what I do, it's still a struggle to survive. Don't know if I'ma ever make it out this game alive. No matter what I do, I cannot seem to get ahead. Instead of hoping for the best, they'd rather see me dead. No matter what I do, it's still a struggle to survive.
Hello, gentlemen, and welcome to episode 14, season 1, the Monkman, Marl, Kalone. As always, I'm your host, the Monkman. I've been sick for a couple of days, so I haven't been able to get any new episodes posted. But the plan is today to put like 2 or 3 episodes up to kind of make up for that. So anyway, that's why there hasn't been any new episodes the last few days. Let's move on and kind of get into today's topic. Hobbies and interests for men outside of work, outside of children, outside of family, and why they are so important for men's health and well-being, physically and definitely mentally. Now, I imagine a lot of you out there live pretty busy lives like most of us do today. And unfortunately, what that usually means is that you spend 40 plus hours a week at work. And then if you have kids, you have to come home and take care of kids or deal with kids and kids' activities and things like that. And I imagine there may even be a few married men in this group. And, so then you have to deal with the whole thing goes along with the married life. And by the way, married men, if you're MGTOW, I don't really believe that you can be MGTOW being married, but that's a whole nother issue that I've already addressed and I may address again in the future in more detail. But for now, for today's show, let's just say that whoever you are in the group, you probably live a busy life. You probably are short on time just like everybody else pretty much today. And what comes as a cost of that is that you usually neglect to set aside time to do the things you like to do. Now, that can vary, just across the entire spectrum, really. We have guys that like to hunt. We have guys that like to fish. We have guys that like to race cars. We have, guys that like to paint cars. We have guys that like to build cars. We have guys that like to go skydiving. We have guys that like to scuba dive. We have, everything. There's literally hundreds of thousands of things that we can all like to do, right? For me personally, I love making music and I love creating film. So I have my outlets and I've had them since I was a teenager. Luckily, I knew what I like to do. Now, unfortunately for most men today, the interests and the hobbies that you have, things you like to do, always get put on the back burner behind paying bills, behind taking care of kids, and having to pay extortion support money to exes, the car note, the house note, whatever it is. You have all kinds of stuff you have to take care of. And so you make excuses why you don't have time to do the things that you love to do. Now, the problem with that is that you are not creating enough opportunities for yourself to find fulfillment and enjoyment in life, and therefore have a strong, healthy mental well-being. And if you're not strong and healthy mentally, that affects you physically as well. It all rolls downhill. The mental affects the physical, and the physical affects the mental. The yin to the yang. And one of the things that that I found is so important over the years is we have to find time, we have to make time, we have to create time to do the things we love as men. It's going to make us much happier, much more productive. You'll just live a more fulfilled life if you do. Part of making the things you love to do a regular part of life means that you have to not create any more excuses. A lot of us, especially when we're married, I know I did this myself, especially with my music. When you get married, in some ways you get comfortable or you get complacent, and you let the things you love to do go, because there are times in the relationships, especially in marriages, where women will get upset with you and pressure you to not do those things you love. They'll say things like, it's taking time away from the family, or, this costs money, or costs too much money, or costs too much of your time, and, you're not paying enough attention to this or that. And what I say to that is bullshit. Bullshit. Men, you need to spend time doing the things that you enjoy, that are productive, that are positive. Now, that's the caveat to it, is you need to do positive stuff. I didn't say that earlier, but make sure the things that you're doing are positive, especially for yourself. Don't spend time, doing drugs, or, on the weekends you like to go break into cars or whatever. Don't do any stupid shit like that. Those things are not going to enrich your life or make it better. I'm talking about positive stuff. Now, women, it's unanimous that they will spend time on themselves. They'll say, oh, I've had such a hard week with kids and the husband and blah, 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 the house and blah, blah, blah. I need to go to the spa this weekend, or I need to go get a manicure or a pedicure, or I need to go get a massage, or yeah, right? Well, men, they certainly do their thing, and we need to not neglect our well-being, and we need to make sure that we put in the time and the effort, and we schedule the time for ourselves to do things we enjoy. If you love to go play basketball on the courts with a group of guys, and you do that all spring and summer and fall long, or you want to, then schedule it. Put it on the schedule. You're going to go once or twice a week after work, and instead of coming home and dealing with kids, or dealing with a wife, or coming home if you live by yourself like me and dealing with laundry, or dealing with vacuuming, or whatever the bullshit is, that can wait. That can wait a day. Go enjoy yourself. Go feel good about yourself. Go build your self-esteem. Go let off energy. Go, get that testosterone out. Go be productive. Go be happy. Do these things that give you fulfillment and enjoyment as men. They're productive. They're productive for you. They're productive for the people around you. They're productive for society. When men are happy and productive, everything gets better. So go spend the time doing this. And in order to do that, you need to make time for that and schedule it, and not make excuses. Something I learned when I was in counseling years ago from my counselor. Fantastic guy, by the way. He got me into Zen. He was a Zen master. And anyway, he had some of the top Zen masters in the world that he studied under in New York. Anyway, he taught me a number of great things, and one of them was, you need to put yourself on the schedule. So men, I'm passing that knowledge on to you. Put yourself on the schedule. You going and racing, radio controlled cars or drones this weekend is just as important as, say, having to be at every single one of your kids' Little League baseball games instead of maybe a different family member going for you or something. The point is, you have to make time for yourself and you have to schedule it. It is really that important. A lot of men don't look at it as important, or they just relegate it to the back burner after a while and go numb to this stuff, or just decide to say, forget it all, fuck it all. I'm not going to do it. I'm just going to drudge myself to work and continue with this piss-ass schedule every day. I'm telling you, there is a better way to do things. I've had my freedom from making everybody else happy ahead of myself for nearly a year now. Kids are grown and gone. I haven't been married for years, so that wasn't an issue, but everything's done. I've raised my children. The child responsibilities are over. I'm not married. There's no more child support. For the first time in 21 years, I'm doing what I want to do for myself. And I'm telling you, these last few months where I get to create music and film and do things that I want to do have been some of the best times of my life, literally. Think about that, gentlemen. Think about it. If you have something that is a passion of yours that you love to do, put it on the schedule and don't make yourself any less important than the people around you, because that's what we men tend to do. Alright? I just wanted to give a little bit of kind of a positive boost today on that. Let me know your thoughts. Let me know what you do for hobby projects, passion projects, things that you genuinely enjoy to do. Let me know if you have the opportunity to do those, and if you don't, how you would like to get the opportunities. Please comment in the comment section. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, please do. And as always, gentlemen, I tell you the same thing. Stay the fuck red pilled. I'm out.
Productos, dale duro, homeboy, échales todas tus ganas. A veces hay que sufrir por el dinero y la fama. Put a comma on the end, cause the verse isn't over. That's dedicated to my hustle, slanging dope on the corner. I hope that someday soon we can get up out the rain. But until that day comes, on the ground we gotta stay. Gotta slang to the rich, poor, needy, and the lost. Cold nights in the streets, steady to my heart to frost. Gotta dodge red and blue, but I don't mean the gang. I'm talking about 5-0, trying to put me in chains. Keep it simple and plain, no regrets and no complaints. Hard times, gotta hustle, struggle to survive, man. No matter what I do, it's still a struggle to survive. Don't know if I'ma ever make it out this game alive. No matter what I do.